Hi Jack, so here's your basic lesson one notes, if you like, or stuff that you're going to work on before next time. So when you walk through that door, I'm going to be looking to make it for it to be more like this swing on the right as opposed to the swing on the left. So to start off with, the swing on the left is actually halfway through the lesson, so it's actually much better than what it was anyway to start off with. But I didn't manage to get one. I lost the first swings that we did. So in terms of basic setup, pretty good. I wouldn't change too much. So as you move the club away, what we basically said is when shaft's parallel to the ground, club face angle sits okay. Could be a little bit more, use the word closed, or more parallel to your spine angle. But biggest thing we want to kind of get rid of is head going behind the hands on the way back. That then plays a massive part in why you get lead arm parallel to the ground, and shaft is what you use the term flat or pointing outside of the ball. Lead arm also at parallel here gets too far behind the body. Okay, so keeping it nice and simple. If we then go to the swing on the right hand side, which is one of the last swings that we took. Okay. Takeaway now is much better, so we now look for club face angle that is more parallel to your spine angle, so there's less manipulation needed there in terms of forearm rotation through the ball, which is one of your biggest issues. And then we go lead arm parallel to the ground, which is here. Okay, so you can see in terms of where these hands are, they're definitely more in, or the left arm is less in from this angle, if you like, or just more opposite your chest you could use, versus this one here. And then you can see, because you've kept the head outside the line of the hands on the way back in what I would call part one here, that the shaft angle now is pointing a little bit more inside the ball, or a lot more inside the ball. So, and again, this one on the left isn't that bad, but what you would do is you would get really flat here and you'd almost get stuck with your arm. So then what you'd do is you'd kind of internally rotate the right shoulder or the right arm, and the club would get way across the line at the top. This one actually is a lot better, okay, because it is, as I say, halfway through the lesson. So there's not a massive difference between these two in terms of that position. Okay. But I would still want to be feeling here, yeah, and you can just see the club disappearing. So that's something that you need to work on. But to be fair, you've got one and you've got two, yeah, you just haven't got three. Yeah. But maybe that's more stuff that Matt can help you with. Definitely think we need to work on sort of stabilising this lower body. You can see how much that moves, and I'll send this to Matt as well, so he can kind of get a feel for your swing and what's going on. But if we look at sort of basic fundamentals, shaft plane and delivery of the club, much better in terms of this one on the right hand side. So hopefully that makes sense, mate. Any questions at all, just let me know. Let me just see, I've got a couple of your drivers. Okay, I'll use your driver, and it was really the same fundamentals with your driver. So again, this is the old one. Okay, so really long, really flat. Let's draw the lines on again. Yeah, and then left arm parallel to the ground there is just a goner. Yeah, I mean, you're way flat here. Club miles behind you across the line. Just really hard now to manage that club on the way down. On the right was a really good swing. Let me just see if I can find. I was just going to bring in the trackman stuff, but I think this one. I think you hit this one 290. Okay, so much better in terms of takeaway. So perfect. Yeah, shaft now much more pointing inside the line of the ball. Hands here could still, or lead arm could be, for me, just a little bit more out, and maybe just a little bit more rotated in the rib cage. But again, maybe that's something that Matt can help you with, just in terms of opening the hips a little bit sooner up to the top. Okay, but as a position, you can see how much more as opposed to the one on the right hand side. Sorry, the one on the left hand side. But for now, as a functional golf swing, you're going to be the guy on the right rather than the one on the left, because you mentioned that you've got quite a bit in terms of playing coming up. You know, and you said this one on the right feels to you like a half swing, but it's nowhere near it. You know, the club head speed stayed pretty much the same, but you should just gain a lot more control in terms of being able to find the middle of the face a little bit more often. But yeah, good. I'll send this over now, Jan. I'll send it to Matt as well, and yeah, we'll go from there. Good man.